What's going on YouTube? It's Brazen back here with another video for you guys. If you guys are enjoying the content, if you guys want to hit a like down below, subscribe if you guys are new here, and leave a comment letting me know you subscribe so I can welcome you to the family. And that being said, cue intro. What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to part 2 of the Color Smash Volume 2. In this one I'm going to be doing the second 6. I did explain that there's 16 challenges, but I'm only hitting 12 of them in the videos because 4 of them are a lot of just like halves that aren't that hard, but they are just very long. I said if you guys really have a lot of issues with them, I will make videos off of those specifically, but I mean 14-minute gameplay of me chewing clock when they're just really long but not that hard probably isn't the best use of time in my opinion. So we're going to start on the red collar right here, which is don't allow a touchdown, don't allow any points, and get a user tackle. So we're going to go ahead and hop in. So there will be 6 in this video as well, like I said, just because I did 6 and then here's the second 6 and there's 4 that I'm just not touching in the videos. I will definitely answer any questions on them, but a lot of them, getting 95 yards and a half and then basically just that's it. I mean, that's just easy, but it's going to be very, very time consuming. So I just figured this would be the best ones to do because these are the ones that I could help you at least do a lot quicker. The other ones just chew clock and run clock, but I feel like I could actually help you do these ones quicker in my opinion. So don't allow any touchdown, don't allow any points, and then get a user tackle. So first thing we're going to want to do is get that user tackle. And the way I like to get user tackles, if possible, is by blitzing, show inside blitz. So I usually use the right side just because I feel like it's better. So they are actually motioning across, so I will use TJ. But if you want to use it like against the running back, that definitely works as well. I don't think I'm going to get the user tackle there. Try to switch on at the last second if you can. But I personally wasn't able to get the user tackle. So we do know that it is going to be 5 wide. I go man blitz, or I just go man blitz. But if you don't have a good team, what I would advise doing is going cover 2 man and trying to get the user tackle. Because once you get the user tackle, all you have to do is base block. Switch to punt safe since it is the 3rd quarter. I'm going to use Troy, which he does have 96 speed, so keep that in mind. I do have to stay over the top of Tyreek because he is very fast. But we are able to get the pick, and we're just going to run out of bounds. Obviously, if you're still working on Tillman, you could do what you wanted. But personally, for myself, I'm just going to run out of bounds. Boom, 3, 4, and 5. So that one's super easy to do, super fast. So this one, go paint me a picture. Score a field goal this drive, rush for 65 yards, and score 10 points. So what we're going to want to do is try to rush for 65 yards and kick a field goal. If you're not able to get the 65 rushing yards this drive, at least if you get close to it, it will make it easier for the second drive, because scoring the 10 points is going to be the easiest part if we're able to get the 65 rushing yards, and then obviously we do have to get the field goal this drive, and then the next drive we'll be able to get a pick 6, or basically however we're able to get it. We'll be able to get it very quickly. So as soon as this loads in, we will be able to go ahead and get that done. And these challenges do take a while, unfortunately, but the rewards are decent. I mean, you do get candy from them, and you get free players, so I definitely advise doing them. So we start on the 45, so we know we won't be able to get that 65 yards this drive, but what we're going to do is try to get as much as we can. So we're going to want to get down to like the 5 or 10 yard line and then just kick the field goal right away. Don't try to get to 4th down or anything. So we're going to hit the juke, but we're not going to be able to get close enough, obviously. That's 17 yards. That's not bad. We're going to hit the inside zone once again, and their safety came too far up. So we're going to run out at like the 2 yard line, and then we're just going to kick the field goal right here. So we do know we have to kick a field goal this drive, and then we still need 22 rushing yards. So you shouldn't really miss this field goal. You're so close. Just try to get it in the green and then in the middle. That way you're accurate, but you really shouldn't miss it. So we know right there we score 3 points this quarter and then complete a field goal. So what I would advise doing on this is just squib it, but you don't have to kick it out of bounds because we only need 22 rushing yards. So if we're able to get the pick, we'll be perfectly fine. So right here, I'm not going to hit stick. I'm going to let him kind of run it to like the 25. That way when I get the pick, I know I'm at least like 30 to 40 yards out, just because I want to make sure that I'm able to get the rushing yards. Check the speed, 81. So if it's 81, I'm standing at the line of scrimmage because I don't want to be too far off. We want him to throw this, and he does throw it, but he lobs it up, which is totally fine. We get the pick. We end up getting it kind of far back. If you don't want to try to get all 60 rushing yards, feel free to just pass it for a little bit. But honestly, for me, I'm just going to go ahead and try to run it. I think that'll be easier. I'm going to try to run this stretch to see if maybe we can get a good look on this. It doesn't look like we're going to, so I'm going to go back to inside zone. I just want to see how fast their defense was, because out of inside zone, it looked like they were decently fast. And they are pretty fast still, so I don't think that's the best way. Right here, if we can get past this first line, we're going to be able to get some yards. And we're not able to actually get up there. We should have bounced it outside. We're going to hurry up offense right here. And the good news also is if you get 14 rushing yards, we can throw the passing touchdown after that. So we don't have to score a rushing touchdown, but I think Le'Veon's going to be able to bust this. And we get it in there. So if you get the 15 rushing yards, you get that down, you can just pass it after that. Obviously I didn't want to be 60 yards out, but it just happened that way on that drive. Right here, this should be the 10 points. And boom, just like that, this one is over as well. So we see is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So we want to do the green and blues, which is don't allow any points this quarter, don't allow more than 25 yards, and then score a field goal. So this one is in the fourth quarter, so it is a little bit harder to go ahead and do in terms of you can't get a free pick. The field goal is very easy, but it just takes, you just want to make sure you do the rest of it right, and then just make sure you don't miss the field goal and make sure you don't run out of time, because the way I'm going to do it is you want to kick the field goal at the end. That way you don't have to worry about kickoffs or anything like that. If you do it when time expires, you're perfectly fine. So as soon as it loads up in here, we will do the same thing. So don't allow any points, don't allow more than 25 yards. That's what we're focused on. So they do start with the ball. So I'm going to say based off of first down, there's 4 minutes left. They still might run the ball, so I'm doing all out blitz on first down. Obviously you can all out blitz every down, but for my instance, I'm going to all out blitz on this first down. So we're going to put them in second and long. So we can't allow 25 yards, and we can't allow, points. So what we're going to do is cover 2 sink, and I'm using this as if I'm playing with the team that's maybe not as good. So hopefully this will show you guys how to do it. So I'm going to run cover 2 sink, and you're going to play all the deep routes first. So you can see right there that they got a glitchy catch on me. So that's super unfortunate. But the great thing is we could also sack them, and if we sack them, it counts as negative yards. So what we're going to do is go back to the all-out blitz. That should have been a tackle, honestly, and put them in third and long, but obviously that was a very glitchy type of play. So we're going to all-out blitz it here. And we are going to be able to get there. And the reason that's good is obviously, look, don't allow more than 25 yards now. So since it was gun tight, that's why I didn't go man. Gun doubles now, I will go man, cover 2. Press it, I will go inside. And then I user the player on the running back. That way, I kind of want them to throw to the running back because I'm pretty confident in my ability to make that tackle right there. And even that, I did give up 4 yards. So it could be a little nerve-wracking. So pistol ace. Once again, pistol ace is kind of like a lot of tight ends type of thing. Even though I know they're passing, since I have a very good cornerbacks, and I know I'm not getting beat over top, I'm going to go ahead and go with that. And they went with like a play action shot, but I got the sack. So now they're at basically 0 yards, and they're probably going to go for this. So they are going to go for it. So you can pretty much run whatever you want. I'm just going to run the, dollar defense, just because I have 3 down linemen. I can spy. That way I can stay over the top on all of these, make sure they don't get that. So now we get the ball on the 34-yard line. They have no timeouts. All we do is need to kick a field goal. So what I'm going to do is just now we're going to run the clock out and make this simple. And we have timeouts, so we know we can also kick the field goal towards the end. So don't get too many yards on the first couple plays, just because you will run out of yards if you do get too many, if you do get the ball back, which they most likely would go for it on 4th down. Unless you get 3 like passing stops off the bat, maybe they'll punt it. But most likely they're going to go for it on 4th down. So right here, we're going to cut back. And I don't want to take any chances with hit sticks or fumbles, so that's why I fall down. Even though I probably would be fine because they don't have any abilities, I just find it better to go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing. 2 minutes left. We really need a first down here, but this is basically 4 down territory for me. I wasn't kicking the field goal that early anyways, no matter what. So right here, we got the first down. So now we just, like I said, now it's going to go under 120 when we sim it. We want to make sure it gets under 120, same way I always say. And it doesn't have to be perfect because we're also kicking the field goal. But if you're holding the field goal, it will kick it at 3 seconds left on your clock. So you want to make sure that, time-wise, you don't leave any time left on the clock. So we're going to want it to get under 40 right here. Fall down towards the middle, which there shouldn't be any ridiculous wind. If there is, hopefully you can still make it. It shouldn't be too hard. But basically what we're going to do now is kick it. And then I'm just going to hold it till 3 or 2 seconds. I usually hold it to like the end of 3, kind of when it's first turning to 2. Just because I want to make sure that it doesn't, and then boom, just like that. We get it done though, and then that's 5-star. So the next one is somewhere that's green. Complete 15 passes this half and score a rushing touchdown. So this one is kind of annoying, but I definitely want to show you how to do it, just because completing 15 passes and you can't throw an interception. So it's not an incompletion likely, but it is an interception. So I definitely want to show you guys how to do this one. And I'm obviously, like I've said in multiple videos, I use the Raiders offense, but it doesn't really matter about offense. For one, you probably have a lot of these plays in other playbooks because I'm using a pretty basic formation. But also, you pretty much want to use whatever's going to work for you. Don't use what I'm using just because, it's what works for me. You want to use whatever you're comfortable with. Whatever reads are easiest for you. This is just what works for me. So we know we need to score a rushing touchdown. We can't throw an incompletion, and then we need the passes. So what we're going to do, unfortunately, we do have to score that rushing touchdown, but what we're going to do first is try to get like 10 completions this drive or somewhere around there. It doesn't have to be perfect, but we want to get a lot of completions. So we know that this is not man. So we're probably just going to dump it off the Le'Veon, to be honest. And we are going to be able to get it Le'Veon. We want to get like 5-6 yards and then fall down just so we can keep the drive going. And I'm going to hurry up offense this whole drive as well. So we know that safety is probably blitzing, and actually he doesn't look like he's blitzing. But we are able to throw it to Ebron. So don't be too worried about how many yards you get. 15, we definitely have to play this 2 possessions because we need that rushing touchdown anyways. I try to throw my running back as much as possible, but I don't have to throw to him. I'm going to throw to whoever's open. I know Juju's open, but I know he's also a deeper route, so that's why I haven't been throwing to him first, is because I know that Juju's going to get 10 to 15 yards per play, and I don't really want that. Right here, it looks like it's going to be man, so I probably will throw it to Juju underneath and then have him fall down and catch it. And I'm obviously going to hurry up offense because I'm trying to get this done quickly. Looks like that corner's blitzing, so we're just going to dump it down to Le'Veon as well. He gets, 5-6 yards. And then we know we're at 6 out of 15. So like I said, we kind of want to get like 10 if possible, as much as we can without getting 15, because we do need to get that rushing touchdown. So right here, it's working pretty well the way we're doing it, but depending on, how many plays you can actually run and things like that. We know that our running back's going to be really tired, so we're probably going to have a backup running back, actually get the touchdown. Or we can have Vic do it, which is also a very easy way to do it if we get close enough. So right here, I'm just running the same plays. Le'Veon is super tired. So I'm actually just going to do it one more time. And I'm going to throw this one to Juju most likely. Actually, I'm going to throw it to Ebron. And I didn't mean to touch past that. I definitely meant to bullet past that. So we're going to go ahead and just hurry up offense it and go for the same thing. So we're not hurry up offense, but we're going to choose the same play and go for it. Cordell is going to be out here, and he should be able to get that first down. And he's not going to be able to, but it's not a big deal because we don't lose anything. So just get the ball right back. Ebron should have caught that third down. I didn't mean to touch past it, but it happens. But if that happens, we're still in the first half, so just go ahead and do this. And then we know we're already at like 11. What I'm going to do as soon as I get the ball back, I'm just going to run it and go for the touchdown real quick just to get it over with. I'm just going to choose the same play, but I am going to switch to inside zone. And actually, Cordell Stewart's in there, so what I'm going to do is actually go pass it, and I'm going to try to run it in with Vic and see how many yards we can get. And actually, I think I can get it in here with Vic. Just because he's so fast, I was pretty confident in Vic's ability to get in there, complete that rushing touchdown. And then it doesn't really matter. You can kick the extra point. If you want, you could also throw it to get an extra completion done. But I mean, for me, I feel like it takes so much time. By the time I set up that whole play, I might as well have done this and just kicked it off already and got the ball back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick this out of bounds. And the reason is I want to give myself yardage again. That way I can make sure I get all of the completions I need. What I'm going to do is do the same thing, which was the field goal base block. which Troy now has his ability because he got a pick, which makes it easier. Not that you really need it. Make him throw it. Holds triangle. Get the lurk, and I'm just going to fall down because I know 50 yards-ish is good enough. Right here, we're going to go recent plays, levels Y corner. And once again, we know yardage-wise will be fine. Le'Veon is still so tired that he's not in, which is crazy. We're going to throw it to Cordell, which Cordell honestly wasn't really that open right there. But he still catches it anyways. We need 3 more completions. You can let Juju get a little bit farther if you don't really have anywhere else to throw it. Right now we know we need 2 more completions. So I'm going to go ahead and run the same thing. And we don't need a first down anymore, so it doesn't really matter where we throw it. Just throw it out to Cordell. You can literally throw it wherever you want. And you could also run, like a lot of people run jet touch passes, which I think I might have it in this playbook. I think I might have found it in one of my formations, but it doesn't come up under concepts. But if you want to run jet touch passes, it's an easy way for completions as well. Right there, we go ahead and get that done. We're going to move on to Ruby Red Summer, which is take the lead. We got to rush 7 times, score a passing touchdown, and then take the lead. So this one, super easy. And like I said, you can run jet touch passes for that one. Personally, I don't like to do that just because, like I said, it's so hard to find in my playbook. Some people have it in their playbook and it's a lot easier. So definitely that's something you can go ahead and do. But I'm perfectly fine throwing the ball how I did it on that last one. But to focus up on this next one, we know we're starting down by 8. So it's going to be a 2 possession no matter what because we have to take the lead. So at the most we could score was 8 to tie the game up on 1 drive. But what we want to focus on, obviously, is going ahead and completing those other challenges, which is rush 7 times, score a passing touchdown. So first thing we want to do is rush 7 times, and then we will score that passing touchdown, tie it up, and then we can take the lead super, super easy. What we're going to do is inside zone. Get like 5 yards if you can, 6 yards, that because you do have to get like at least a first down or 2. So that's 7. Or that's 2 out of 7 right here. And I'm hurrying up offense. I know Le'Veon's going to be really tired again, but it's okay. I'm confident in my backups, and I just want to get this over with, the rushing. So there's 3 of them. Gonna do the same thing. Just continue to hurry up. I have good linemen as well, so they usually block pretty well. I probably should have got the first down right there, but that's 4 out of 7. Here's 5. I will be able to get that first down. And I know I need a passing touchdown, but it doesn't really matter how far I am because I'm confident no matter what I can get it. There's 6. And then we need 1 more run. We'll see right here, that's 6 out of 7. Here's 7. So I'm just going to get the first down just to give myself some space. And then what I'm going to do is hurry up. We're going to go PA crossers and hope that Juju comes open. Which it looks like it's like cover 4, so Juju's not going to come open, but Emmanuel will come open. Actually, that looks like cover 3. Right there. Progress to take the lead. Not done yet, but we did complete the passing touchdown. I'm just going to kick the extra point because literally any other play that I do now will put me up. Whether it's a safety, whether it's a touchdown, field goal, literally anything will put me up in points. So as long as we don't give up points, which obviously is a big deal in this. Right here, we will kick it off. We're going to try to hit Franco, hit that guy. We're not able to get hit stake. I don't know where Devin Bush went on that play. So what I'm going to do, since the second quarter, is base block, switch. And then we see him right there. Bait it, and then Troy's going to be able to come down. He'll run inside, like I always say. If they're close, right here, they're not really that close, so it doesn't really matter. And then boom, just like that, we are going to take the lead. And then we can see 5-star once again. So this is the last one, which is the gold cat. Don't allow touchdown, score a touchdown, and score a field goal. So it's basically what we just did. So we're going to go ahead and do literally basically the same thing with a field goal and then a touchdown. So I know we've done that on another challenge, so it's pretty much the same as that, but a little bit different because what you're going to want to do is score the touchdown and then we can kick the field goal at the end for that 10 points because we don't have to score 10 necessarily. We just have to kick those field goals. As soon as we load in, we will show you how to do this last one. So right here, don't allow a touchdown, score a touchdown, and score a field goal. So there's no requirements in terms of rushing touchdowns, passing touchdowns, anything like that. So what we're going to do is we have to actually kick off. And luckily it is a quarter, so it's not a half. So it does make it a little bit shorter. So what we're going to do is go ahead and kick off. And they start with no timeouts again, which is funny that we start the game with no timeouts, but I can't complain. Not that they would call them anyways. So obviously I couldn't get a hit stick. So what we're going to do is score that touchdown first. Once we score the touchdown, then we're good to go. So special teams, base block right. We're going to switch it up. We see he's got 94 speed, so he's a little fast. So we do want to be maybe like a yard or two off. If you're playing against someone that obviously is a lot faster than you, then you want to be farther off. So right there, we actually get a pick really far back, which is not really ideal, just because we want to score a fast touchdown. So I turn chew clock on just in case I don't score in one play, but I am obviously trying to score in one play. We want to get this touchdown over with. That way we can get the ball back after. So it looks like cover 3, but Juju's not going to be able to get there. Honestly, that was probably not where you want to throw it if that happens. Just throw that away, most likely. They were coming from that backside on the blitz. Apparently, this team beat my lineman. And Juju got banged up, which, hurt how it worked. Right here, Ebron's going to be open. We're going to try to hit the juke on Ebron. Not going to happen. Like I said, when you start farther back, it does make it a little bit worse sometimes. How much? Randall L's got +8 speed, so I think we're just going to go with Randall L on the outside. And he actually is going to be able to catch it over the top, luckily, because he did have that +8 speed and the safety didn't get there. So we already scored our touchdown. Kick that. Boom, accurate kick. Easy money. So as soon as we get here, we're going to kick it out of bounds. We do know we have to kick a field goal still, so keep that in mind. It actually looks like I probably could have kicked it through the end zone just the way that timer looked, but that's okay. We didn't need to do that. There's 6 minutes left. You really don't have to go this far back, but I'm just going to just because I'm still confident I can get in field goal range, no problem. So obviously, there's no one outside on the left side or the right side, so we're going to go to the left side with Rod Woodson. Hopefully they throw it outside, and Rod's not able to actually get there, unfortunately. So we're just run base block right again. We know we can run it on this right side, and Paul Malu's got his ability, so we're good to go. Gardner, for whatever reason, does not like throwing it. So that's super annoying that he's taking so long to throw it on the outside. We're going to try it one more time. Luckily, it doesn't really matter if they take up a little bit of time because all we're trying to do is just waste time. Right there, he is going to throw it. So I would probably run it to like the 50 or the 40 in my opinion. So we're going to start at like the 45. Depending on how good your kicker is. And depending on how good you are at getting like 3 yards exactly. Start farther back if you're not as confident. You know you need to get like bigger chunks of yards sometimes. Which I know that sounds backwards, but the reason I say that is because if you're not confident in going to 3rd and shorts or 3rd and like 2s and 3s, then that's why I would just get first downs as often as possible and start farther back. But for me, I'm very confident in my team's ability to get like 3rd and 1, so I can fall down right there, and I know pretty much that I'll get it almost every time. So we know there's 4 minutes left. We do need a field goal. But we know we also aren't giving up the yards. So, the field goal can come at the end. There's no 2-minute warning. We do have to run a lot of time, unfortunately. So that's why you want to give yourself space because you don't want to run out of room and have to give them the ball back. Right here, it's under that 3-minute mark. There is no 2-minute warning in the first quarters. So right here, we will chew it to 2:25. We know it will go under that, time, but we have to get a first down. We are able to make those blocks. And I just ran straight forward because I wanted to make sure I get a first down. I can still get one more first down, which is good because I think I need it. It'll be at like the 5-yard line. So it is, like I said, I started at like the 45 and it's a little bit close to the end zone. And we actually hit that juke, which helped a lot because we didn't go into that 2nd and long. Right here, it'll go to about, one more play. Now we just want to get one first down. So right here, we're able to get a first down and put us down at the 6-yard line. So we know we're good to go. Now you just want to run it and make sure we fall down in a good spot. So I'm just going to run to the right, fall down. Now, if you're not confident as well as getting the kickoff, what you can do also is just don't chew clock. That way when you do this, it goes down a little bit, but it doesn't go down too much. And you could always call timeout as well if you need it. I'm going to kick this field goal. As time expires in the first quarter, we get those 10 points and we didn't give up any. And then we see 5 stars once again. So let me know on this part if you guys have any more questions on the part 2. If you haven't checked out part 1 and you need it, go check that one out. There's, like I said, 12 out of these 16 challenges on these videos, so hopefully they do help out. I can answer any questions about any of them in the comments. Some of the ones I didn't do, if I get enough, response, I definitely will just do full games of them. But since they are so long, I just put them to the side to start with. That being said, drop a like on the video if it does help you out. Subscribe, turn on that post notification bell, and as always, I will see you next time.